Hello, I'm Matthew Oherm. This is my third and final submission for the Killing Floor 2 level design project. It should be noted I'm passing this in a day late, but this is not a failure on my part to do the project. This is a failure on part of my system to actually be able to record while playing Killing Floor 2. I have given this presentation 10 times to my computer, which is subsequently thrown it away by crashing the program. So hopefully this time it actually sticks. I've tried different methods to actually keep it like recording too, but none of them seem to have worked yet. So hopefully this time it actually works. I'm going to try doing it room by room instead of all at once. Okay, so my house is themed around the most stereotypical haunted house as you could get. Here, let me get out of notebook mode. Um, yeah, with as many Halloweeny, spooky elements as I could add. So this is the entrance to the mansion. Um, uh, it's got like this chandelier. It's got a grand staircase. There's several doors in here. It feels big, but at the same time, it still feels dark and spooky. There is a trader booth here. I thought that would make sense because if you entered from here, that would probably be a pretty good place to set up shop. And then additionally, you'll see there are two exits to this room. One that leads to the catacombs over here, where there's the one abomination that I have left, and the doors here, and the upstairs hallways, and doors that I can actually weld if I really wanted to. Um, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and weld them. Okay, bam. Yeah, that works. So now that I've welded it, I'm gonna go ahead down and I'm gonna show you the catacombs. So okay, so ignore this guy. He shouldn't be there. He just kind of froze in place because the body models apparently are glitchy. Um, and yes, this is the catacombs. The catacombs are supposed to invoke, like, you know, stereotypical Halloweeny, spooky um, vibes. We've got coffins. We have some fairly dark lighting in certain areas. Um, and you can tell also that there are uh, uh, this area feels really large, even though it's not as large as it seems. Over here, you can see there's like a wall of tombs set up, um, and I haven't walked past that yet because there is an invisible wall set up that I can't walk past, but the zombies can. The zombies spawn a little bit past this corner here and just run around and start attacking the player. Let's see if I can break from this without hitting him. Oh, not even ghost mode works. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Now that I'm ghosting a little bit, I'll be up here. I like what it's doing because it's confusing him. Okay, that'll buy me some time. Um, so, yeah, you'll also notice the lighting's interesting in here. Okay, ran all the way around. Um, uh, there are orange lights, there are some white lights. The white lights are from these floodlights over here. The orange lights are from these candle things. The floodlights are destructible. Here, I'll show you. The first time I hit it, it actually becomes flickery. I'm not sure if it registered the first hit. Nope, it did. Yeah, it becomes a little flickery. It's not very noticeable. Um, um, But yeah, it will start to change. Let's see if I can stick around for long enough. Yeah, you see it's flickering a little bit. So if you look over here, there is a little hallway area here. There was an ammo pack right here that would respawn. The player might be tempted to grab the ammo pack, but by doing so, they put themselves at risk of getting trapped in this corner because there's only one way out, and the zombies can really get them. Also note that even though the lights are mostly gone in this area, it is very dark, but it's not impossibly dark. I've balanced around that so that the player could still kind of use this area, even if it's not completely useless area. Yeah, next I'm going to be showing you this dining room. Okay, cool. This next area is the dining room. And the dining room is pretty basic in layout. It's relatively dark, but the lighting is at least permanent. You can see there's this big long table here with several of the candles like I had in the catacomb. And there's this ammo pickup there. And there's a trader pod over in this corner. The design for this was pretty straightforward. The table was supposed to be difficult, or it was originally supposed to be impossible for the player to jump on top of. However, due to the hitbox of the table asset that I'm using, it only becomes unable to jump on top of when you put it much significantly higher than it is, and that makes it stop looking like a table and just kind of like a big block in the middle of the room, which is not what I want. Let's see. Yeah, and I can't jump up on top of it normally. I need to use kind of a weird running glitch to actually pull it off. So yeah, if I had more time, I might be able to set up like invisible walls or something, but I just have it set up like it. I'll keep it like it is. So the entrances I actually placed very strategically around this room. This entrance, each entrance kind of has its own spawner that Zeds will flow in from. So while you're in this room, Zeds could potentially be coming in from all three entrances at the same time, essentially trapping you and forcing you to like kite them around and then eventually move through an exit or to blow your way through them. Originally, the only way on top of the table as well was with this little ramp here, made up of like garbage and debris. It was supposed to be just like broken up debris and maybe even like chairs and stuff. But they didn't really have assets for wooden debris in solid material form, so I settled with garbage. Let's see. So yeah, the ammo here was placed strategically as well, so it's a high risk, high reward type situation. Because if you're in the middle of all of this chaos, you are much more susceptible to ranged attacks and to Zeds that can easily jump on top of the table instead of Zeds that are trying to walk over to get to you. So if it's like two hops that they need to get to you, then that would take significantly longer than just one simple hop and attacking you. Yeah, so in the next room I have this kitchen. It's connected to this kitchen area. Uh-oh. And it's also connected to this upper hallway area. I'm going to be showing you the kitchen area next. Okay, so this is the dining room. The dining room's pretty simple. What you see is what you get. This room is very well lit, but all the lights in here, all the lights except for these glow sticks here, are destructible. As you can see. Yeah, you see I destroy that. I destroy... Ooh. Yeah, that could have been bad. Um, if I wasn't in God mode right now. Yeah, I can destroy them all, and then you can still kind of see it, but not very well. Um, so the design of this room was just supposed to be a transitional area from this big dining room area to the ballroom area. However, I decided if you're being chased between these two large rooms, I was going to make it a little bit more suspenseful by adding this huge counter here. The huge counter requires the player to zigzag around, um, forcing but zombies could easily just walk past it. Um, let's see if you can figure it out. I've had a lot of trouble trying to get the AI to recognize doorways as passable when they're the correct size. Um, yeah, maybe not. Um, so yeah, the player is slowed down because he has to move around, but Zeds can just jump over this and more easily chase them down. And if the player wants to try to use a shortcut and enter through this entrance, while they're equally as boned, because in the dining room, this outside area here spawns Zeds, and they'll come flowing in through here. So it's another spawn zone, and they'll be in trouble if they rely too heavily on entering, trying to take that shortcut. Um, yes, this is the ballroom, the other room that the kitchen is connected to, and I will be talking about this area next. Okay, so this is the ballroom. The ballroom is fairly straightforward as well. It's one of the larger rooms in the map, and it especially feels that way because the ceiling's so much higher than the other areas. You can see there's supposed to be this shattered window area, although I couldn't get the shattered glass to appear, so we're just going to have to use our imagination. If I turn off my flashlight, you can see that there are little fireflies lighting up, and it's kind of hard for the player to believe their eyes. With the thousands of fireflies out here. Um, let's see. So if you look around, you can see that there's like fence and trees around this area. It shows a little bit more about this house, and it leaves some amount of imagination to the players, or it leaves some room for the players to imagine what this house is actually like from the outside. Like, why is it fenced up and stuff? Um, Additionally, zombies spawn from this direction, from behind this wall, um, and they will turn this corner over here and just enter the house. So I added these tables here strategically. First of all, you can see that there's more of those candle things, and I placed them strategically because the players have to move around them, but the zombies can jump over them like they're nothing. Same as the counter in the kitchen. This is a destructible light. Um, yes, and then this area was more for aesthetic purposes. Um, uh, so these lights, although you can't tell very easily, shift between red and blue. Um, they kind of trade off, and that like um, in my mind that resonated a lot with me because it felt like a slow dance or something. So something that you'd actually see in like a ballroom, but uh, I played it once just testing out the concept on paper, and when I saw zombies passing through it, in their dark, evil zombie silhouette going through it as well, I knew that I needed to stick with this. So I have been using it since then. It does make a very scary effect if zombies pour through this door from the laboratory spawn point, and it's really interesting to play. Okay, so moving forward from there, this is the library area, and this is the largest area on my map. Okay, I'm going to try to be quick about this because it's taken me a couple of tries. So this is the library. The library is the largest room in the house. As you can see, there's a trader pod in this area, and there are two levels to it. This upper level here on the side, and the lower level in the middle. This upper level does not connect to the other upper level of the house. Let's see. Um, at one point in an earlier iteration of this level, it was too strategically strong for the player to camp up here because they could easily snipe enemies before they even got a chance to catch up, or before they even got a chance to touch the player, and the player could easily just snipe them all before and just line up headshots. But to combat that, I've added these columns here that get in the way of a lot of the key angles for the player, and I've also changed the lighting so that lining up headshots on zombies who are coming along these lines here is much more difficult. It's still strategically strong to be here, but you could really easily get caught in a corner because zombies coming in from both sides will be difficult to kill all at once, and you could easily get pincered here as well, as they would also just jump down and keep you trapped in this little corner here. Okay, so the next room I'm going to be showing you is over here, and it is the reading room. Okay, so this is the reading room. It's connected to the um, regular. It's connected to the library like before. The imagery I was trying to draw to mind here. Normally, there's a big tall chair here, and the imagery I was trying to bring to mind was that of like a millionaire reading a book in front of a roaring fireplace. You know, maybe wearing like a smoking jacket and smoking a pipe, just that kind of thing. Also, if you look here, there is a book on the ground and a bookcase that's swung open, revealing the secret lab area. Um, yeah, environmental storytelling. Hey! Also, this lamp here is destructible. Okay, sweet. Now I'm going to be showing you my favorite area, which is the secret lab. Okay, so the next area I'm going to show you is the secret lab, once I get over there. Okay, so the secret lab is my favorite area personally. It's lit up by a lot of blue lights. Um, uh, you can see there's kind of like this almost zombie spawning circle, um, summoning circle rather, made with technology, which I thought was interesting. You can see that there are these screens here when I shoot them. Give me a sec. But yeah, when I shoot them, they break, uh, and the room gets darker. Um, I look up all the bits. Normally, this area is a zombie spawning place, but you know, I'm right here, so it's not going to spawn while I'm in the immediate vicinity. Um, yeah, and then there are three screens here. If I destroy them all, you can still kind of see, like, from the flickering of these, like, electric diodes. And you can also see a little bit with the glow sticks over there. Um, yeah. Okay, and then if I move upward, you can see a little bit of environmental storytelling. Um, these big heavy metal doors are here, and they've been smashed down clearly. Um, and then this whole upper floor area has been completely wrecked. Um, yeah. Next, I'm going to be showing you this upper floor hallway area. Okay, So now I'm going to show you this upstairs area. After yeah, they're dead. Okay. So in this upstairs area, um, you'll see that there's it's kind of already wrecked, but it was wrecked before the zombies literally showed up. It's supposed to be a little bit of environmental storytelling. Stuff's been knocked around the place. One of the columns has fallen over, and clearly there's evidence that this was once a regular living room. Um, yeah, so it's kind of ruined. Clearly, something broke out of the lab and has been attacking all over the place. You can see that this area connects over to the dining room and to the uh, main hall over here. Um, I designed this area to have a lot of tight corners so that if the player was running around, they could easily get surprised by zombies while they're navigating these hallways. Um, but yeah, you'll also notice that once I destroy this light here, this light has not only been knocked over, this light has not only been knocked over. Is he just stunned? Oh, I just knocked him on his head. That's really funny. Yeah, this light has not only been knocked over, but it's also like flickering. It makes kind of a cool effect so that if you throw a grenade in this kind of choke point, it makes it really dark and eerie. Um, and these lights are also destructible. And yeah, this lamp is not, however, I thought it was necessary to have at least one. And then I can close and lock this, weld this doorway here. Yeah, easy. Um, and then this is just kind of the master bedroom. I knew I had to include this. It's a nice transitional from the living room over to the library down here. And clearly it's also been destroyed. These lights are destructible. Um, and it pretty well. And even after you do destroy them, there's still some lighting to navigate around with. Um, but yeah, that's basically my level. Um, yeah, please remember to like and subscribe.